Alright, gotta shut down all the porn. I am kidding, obviously. What I do gotta shut down is all the chats, except the one we need. And, oh good, he's getting in on early with the weird glitchy thing. Other than that, everybody's online. Well, except Periscope, because I didn't take the time to reinstall it yet, because the issue I had last week was I was temporarily locked out of my account for some reason. Okay. Believe we can get started anytime. Yes, this is what I want. Doink. Where did Pretzel go? Because for some reason they changed it back to the original look, but now I do not have access to the affirmation. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go look for it. Really? So today's Pretzel.rocks affirmation is: your skills should be showcased on ESPN 8, the Ocho. Okay. Sure. Oh, I did that. Oh, we got a message. Hello, Coco. Good afternoon to you too. How you doing? And don't reply right away. I'm just gonna post the rules real quick, and I don't want to miss your reply, because then it's gonna paste itself constantly. Here's hoping we're not going to get some spammers offering me to buy followers, because that's not how it works here. Okay, restream, Twitch, YouTube. Okay, you can reply now. I should probably close this before I accidentally start it. A word cap that I keep open. There we go. I'm thirsty, but I can't drink my tea yet because it's way too hot. Okay. It's an idea. Oops, I left it on my Facebook. I should have it on my Trello, not my Trello, my Habitica, so I can read my script. So because I love you guys and it's Christmas, I'm making another school story just for you guys. I mean, as far as weird dreams go, I can relate. I actually dreamt I visited you this morning. And of course, because it's one of my dreams, I kept getting lost trying to get to your apartment in the building. And for some reason, there was a Sailor Moon store and a real-life Chibi Chibi was there. But when I mean real life, I mean a 3D version of the 2D look. And I got to hug her. She was nice. Go figure. And you know it's a school story because I'm miserable. Exploding clam vacuums. Do I want to know, or would I be better off in the land of ignorance? Sometimes people are worth putting some effort in them. And sometimes they definitely don't, so it's probably gonna be a strip full of purple people again. It's not necessarily laziness on my part, it's just lack of respect for assholes. It's completely different. Just gonna make this part a little bigger. Okay. Not that I'm judging. I've had weird ass dreams too. Like, it's more of an okay of I can't relate on the weird shit. Yeah, I'm gonna have to draw it like this because we gotta keep in mind that I'm left-handed. Now I'm pretty sure scalpels are shaped like that. I'm not gonna look it up because I'm already scaring the RCMP agent in charge of spying on my account. for those who are going, ooh, Sharon, you really have to do that? Yeah. Now honestly, it was annoying. I never did a worm or a frog. I did dissect an eyeball, and quite honestly, it was really pretty inside. It was like this beautiful, deep, slightly bluish purple. Really pretty. And yes, it still had a lot of the muscle of the eyelid, and as you can see here, all the eyelashes. Mine was actually really aesthetically pleasing. Yeah, cow eyeball. Because some, like, they had some really big chunks of muscle still stuck to it. Mine was, like, really nice and round. What the hell? What's... Why are all my subscribers on YouTube suddenly showing up in the comments? I'll still thank you all for subscribing, but I know you guys, some of you guys are already subscribed, so I don't know what's going on. And you can tell I have not prepared for this because it's still the default graphic instead of my usual Pika Pika. So, I don't know what's going on. Then again, this month, if I just base myself on my email, there's been a lot of bugs. Almost done. There's still Fantagraphics, Quinzark, Aiden, Quinn, and Wax Mustache that need to show up, I guess. Yeah, that's what it looks like to me. Just gonna wait on it to pass. This too shall pass. One more and then we should be done. There's... Yeah, I need to change some stuff. Like, I know that starting next year I want to do some new intro and outro cards because the old ones are now not the correct format since the latest Streamlabs update and the computer update. And I realized like 5 minutes before I started the stream I forgot to add you into the Patreon end card for today. So I'll still mention you and thank you very much for your support. I just forgot to put you in the end card. That's all on me. Oh yeah, absolutely. If I can manage to remember as soon as I'm done to do the end card before I start doing the normal uploads, that'd be best. Oh, there's 2 people on Facebook. Hello, 2 people on Facebook. And there's somebody on Twitch, and the one on YouTube is obviously Coco. Yeah, I would assume frogs are more interesting. If I remember well, I think Mom dissected a frog and was supposed to dissect a mouse, but she never did it because she didn't want to. I bet fetus pigs would have been interesting. Because, yeah, the inside of an eyeball is real pretty, but there's not much, really. Like, you don't see more than what they show you already on paper. And, like, the crystalline looks like a Scottish mint. So... I'm gonna have a little sippy again, then we're gonna go to pencils. Literally asked my mom this morning, Mom, can I open one of my Christmas presents early, if only for the health of my spine? If you're wondering why I'm not drawing right now, I just found out I got a lot of food stuck in my wisdom teeth and I'm trying to pick it out. It's like I have this one wisdom tooth that is really annoying, and it's like it grew inside my jaw, and it kind of makes this hole at the back of my jaw, but it's not really a hole because it's got a tooth in it, and it traps a lot of food, and it's very uncomfortable. I have 2.5. I have a fully grown one on the bottom left, I have the weird hole on the bottom right, and I have a micro tooth on the top right. Which, of course, last time I went to see my dentist for cleaning and a cavity. Yes, I can still have cavities as an adult, despite brushing and flossing. Anyway, my dentist took a look at that tooth, and that's the same thing that happened during my birth. A doctor looked at me and said, first time I see one like that. So I broke his micro-truth virginity, apparently. Oh, good. It's already on Victor. Doink and doink. Yeah, pretty much. Teachers thought I was stupid and I didn't want to apply myself. Turns out I have ADHD. Which is now has been officially confirmed by a psychiatrist. So it's not that I don't want to apply myself, is that I cannot keep focused in a silent room. That's one of the things. So yeah, part of the reason school was so hard was that you have to stay in a silent room, and in my case, for 75 minutes in a row. So of course it was the 80s, so I didn't have ADHD, but back then I just wanted to piss off the teachers, obviously. Because that's how it works. I think it's best represented when they used to punish me by bringing me into a room away from the other students to read all the books I wanted. And then Mom, because she can't keep her mouth shut, pretty much told them that they were basically rewarding me instead of punishing me. Because I love to read. I had a good thing going on, and Mom ruined it, of course. And I completely lost my trail of thoughts. Doesn't take much, does it? And of course, when I was trying to do my homework at home, I had the Disney afternoon on, and Mom would make me turn it off, and then I couldn't focus on my homework anymore. So yeah, it's part of the reason why I try to make sure I have music I like during my streams, so I actually keep focusing on the damn thing. Because I can say I tune out all I want, as long as I have music to keep me going. Then after a while, I just gave up on doing my homework entirely. Because whether I did it or not, I was going to get punished anyway. I learned that in 4th grade. Like, it didn't matter what I did. Like, even if I followed their quote-unquote advice, I was gonna get called names and punished anyway. So what would be the point of making an effort? Now, of course, things are different. I'm allowed to work however I please. So it's easier to get things done. Still not perfect, but it's easier. Yeah, that's another thing. I never studied either. Never, ever, ever. Once again, could not focus. Then again, I spent all day at school. So who feels like doing even more work once you're home? You already did all that work at school. Like when I used to granny sit, I didn't bring the granny at home so I could granny sit her some more. Exactly. And you know me, I work fast, but if I work too fast, then that was not good either. Because they wouldn't give me more work. Wasn't allowed to go ahead of the other students. The only time I got more work after already finishing my work was in grade 5 with the teacher David Le Templier. And I have no problem naming him out loud because I am going to praise this man. Turned out that he's maybe he was, I don't know if he retired. He was also an English teacher on the English side of the high school, because we're still segregated. English and French separated. You gotta keep them separated. Oh. And he saw that I was finishing my work terribly fast. So what did he do? He brought some high school workbooks. And he gave me the entire pile. And he told me, Sharon, when you're done with your normal work, not I want you. He said, you can do some extra work in these books. And I was like, oh, hallelujah. And boy, did I do some extra work in those books. Because I was like, oh, finally! Because it's not necessarily that we don't want to do the work. It's that it's not going at a pace best suited for us. And in my case, I needed to get the work done fast. While I still understood it. Because that's the thing, I may be smart, but I'm smart while I still remember how to do the work. There were a lot of classes we had to wait until all the students understood the work before we were allowed to start. And that was hell on me, because by the time the last student finally understood how it worked, I had completely forgotten the instructions. Because I also have an auditory processing problem. And I didn't see the point of asking questions, because I was also taught that questions were pointless because teachers didn't want to answer my questions. And because I have an auditory processing problem, even if they explained it to me with their voice, it wouldn't frickin' stick. But of course, it wasn't my issues. No, it was me not wanting to apply myself. Let's just say that everybody I went to school with is always surprised to see me around when they meet me, and they act like they're all happy to see me, and they all ask me the same question: I thought you moved. And not one of them offers to meet up later for coffee, and I sure as hell ain't gonna offer. I don't like you. You know who I want to meet? People that treat me decently. I want to meet my friends Jeff. And Dan. I want to see Dan again, and I want to see Andrew and Josh and Davis, of course. But the people that come in to meet me in the street and then tell me, "Oh, you moved." Most of you guys, I don't give a shit who you are. when they had that Facebook thing about the 10-year reunion of the high school, and I was supposed to magically guess, because it was on, the invites were on Facebook, and I never got an invite, but I was supposed to magically guess that it was there, and then people actually came up to me and asked me why I didn't show up at the reunion. I don't like you guys! Oh, I would absolutely adore meeting you, Coco. You know I love you. First, we gotta get rid of this whole Backstreet Boys reunion tour problem we've got going on right now. Exactly. Just gonna give them some purple clothes, because I don't want to draw naked high schoolers, especially not at my age. Woo! I'm already 3/4 done with my tea. It's Santa's secret. It's delicious. Teeny tiny break for my hand. Just gonna check some stuff real quick. You know, I'm glad I don't have the webcam on, because the amount of time I pick my nose while I'm drawing. In this weather, my nose tends to build up, so I'm trying to breathe. We're gonna ink real soon. I draw myself with a fringe only for artistic license, because all my hair was the same length. Down to my butt. And we all know what happened to that. When is... Just gonna go check the next Sundays real quick. See which one is closest to Christmas. So maybe on the 20th and or the 27th. Like, I don't know if I'll have some good Christmas stories. I do know I'm gonna want to ask some Christmas questions. Like, what kind... Like, I would like more audience, so I can have more audience participation. Like, what kind of Christmas specials you guys like to watch. I do believe it's a uniquely Quebec thing. That my Christmas specials include Asterix, Tintin, and Lucky Luke. Or what I call the Holy Trinity at this point. I do get questions about being Canadian, but the thing is, I'm not necessarily the kind of Canadian... Oh dear, not now, dude. Give me a second. I'm French Canadian, which is slightly different depending of the region you are, and I'm from Quebec. So of course there's some exclusively Quebec stuff that I know / that I'm into that the rest of Canada would probably go like, what? Dude, I have no idea what she's talking about, eh? Like, I like to see myself as a comedian, because here in Quebec we do have a rich history of comedians, stand-up comics, humorists. Like, I don't really follow the music, but I try to follow the comedy scene. I'm not a musician, so... And we do also have a big history of comics. See, I did watch A Charlie Brown Christmas. It used to be regular here in French. I do own the original How the Grinch Stole Christmas. I've seen the Rankin Bass stop motions ones here and there. I wouldn't count it as a regular Christmas thing for me, and I've never watched A Christmas Story. If anything, my Christmas specials have nothing to do with Christmas. But you see, that's interesting because I do know what you're talking about on all accounts, and it's fun to see what overlaps. We do get a lot of American, like most of our channels here are American TV. And like for the longest time, we only had one English channel and 3 French channels. So it took a long while before I got to see these, like, for example, Charlie Brown Christmas in English. I've always seen it in French. And if you're curious, in French, Charlie Brown, because they do keep their names, it's one of the rare cartoons where they didn't change the names. Instead of saying good grief, Charlie Brown says, oh misère. Most of it is dubbed. Some shows are recast with local talent. Most of those recast shows are game shows. For a long while we had Jeopardy, hosted by Réal Giguère. What else? The Banker. Though I can't tell you who hosted it here because I didn't watch it because I don't care. I know there's a recent police show whose name escapes me right now that has been recast, and they recast two of the Latina ladies with white ladies, and people are not happy. But most of the shows are dubbed. Columbo was dubbed, Murder, She Wrote was dubbed. And here's the thing, there's at least one voice actor that I can recognize every single time, and he died this year if I'm not mistaken. Roger Carrel, who was, right up until the last two movies, the original voice actor for Asterix. And I can recognize him every single place he does voice acting. Oh yeah, the iris on these things was huge. I'm just gonna stop drawing real quick. I'm just gonna buff out my screen because it's starting to drag. There's a coating on it, and stuff happens. And sometimes it just hooks my nib. So I'm just gonna buff it out real quick with my smudge guard. Just gonna answer this dude. Okay. Also, if any of you have Clip Studio, I hope you've updated and been... Come on, eyeball. And been... Son of a whore. I hope you guys have updated your Clip Studios if you have it and been picking up your daily logins of Clippy Points. Because the latest update came with time-lapse and it works like a charm. I have yet to experiment completely with it, but I did do a quick time-lapse as a test. I may do more in the future if there's interest. Also, after a couple of months, I finally went ahead and did my second traditional screen tone piece, which was actually really simple. And it's on my Divine Art, my Instagram right now, of the occultist, a character from Auric of the Great White North, which had a successful Kickstarter for the long winter. And I do have some prints in pre-order to add a little bit more finances to project, which I assume is what is waiting for me at the post office tomorrow. I'm hearing tape upstairs. Mom is probably wrapping my presents while I can't move from the desk. Speaking of Mom, bless her heart. I kept telling her that I knew that she got me an Asterix or series books, because I can't be arsed to remember the English expression. The Golden Menhir, because she had asked me if I had it while she was in at the pharmacy, and I said no, I don't have that one. As soon as she came out of pharmacy, she ordered me not to look back at the bags. And I was like, oh, okay. So yesterday, I told her I knew of at least 2 of my gifts. And I mentioned the Asterix books. And she said, well, there was only 2, and then she realized what she just admitted. And she slapped her hand on her mouth. This is not her best holiday time. This is not her best Christmas. And well, the other gift is the reason why I asked you to open it early on account of my back. Now, just for ew factor, I'm stabbing it from the front, but what I actually did was I stabbed the eye from the back to lower the ew factor. And then once I had a good grip on it, I cut it lengthwise, and then I could open it. Of course, my hands smelled of formaldehyde for the rest of the day, but at least I finally got the frickin' eye open. Yeah, online wish lists are a godsend if you ask me. Much, much, much easier. Because even you don't remember what you ask for / what you need. Then you look at your wish list and you go, oh yeah, right, I needed that. Speaking of, I'm waiting on my answer from Bootleg about the shipping. Because Bootleg, they have to do it manually when you're outside the US for some reason. Because with the card you got me, I got the brush cleaner that I desperately needed because mine is wrecked. And while I was there, I also got some stuff I wanted. 2 more colors of Posca pens. A teal and I think I got a lighter pink than the one I got. And a Canson brand black paper sketchbook, which was stuff I wanted to play with. Will probably show up way after Christmas with my luck, but yeah, thank you for the card. Very appreciated. Oh, that must have taken forever. We had scalpels. As easily viewable in the comic. I ain't sharing me. Considering razor blades are like so bulky. It's not here, that's for sure. I do not remember where I put that brush. Look, I got like 3 million brushes. I should use them. I should eat them. Yeah, I should eat my brushes. You know, I never had fish tacos. Oddly enough, for someone who is pretty much addicted to seafood. We did have beef tacos last night. I was called in last minute to cook because apparently the really white chick, who's actually half Native American, is the best at doing Mexican food. Go figure how that worked. So there's seasoning especially for fish tacos? It's a genuine question because we don't seem to have that locally. We have generic Old El Paso taco mix and fajita mix, but as far as I know, that's about it. And I gotta love you guys a lot to decide to do a school story for you guys. Even if technically I'm coming out on top in the stories I do choose to draw for you guys, still not a fan of remembering those days, you know? But I'm willing to go through it because I love you guys. Yeah, usually Dad makes his own breading when it comes to whitefish. We don't often have redfish, despite it being my favorite type of fish. Whoops. I don't need the canvas, thank you. Okay, I need something that looks sickly. That's perfect. That sounds good. Yeah, I can imagine. You know, it only takes people like us to start talking about lunch while I'm drawing a disembodied eyeball that I'm trying to cut into. And it's not even a horror story. It's educational. Savvy viewers will probably notice I'm not drawing any blood because there was none. It was heavily formaldehyde. Heidi ho, neighborino. I mean, if it's probably edible, people will eat a lot of different things. If there's even a little chance that it's edible, people will eat it. Here we have recipes for pig's head and pig's hooves. So, well, shoot, I remember what that was, but now I'm struggling. But the name does sound familiar, and it has nothing to do with oysters. Yay, PhD! Thank you. Because there's a lot of stuff, if you dissociate enough, you can't see it as gross. It's like, if this eye was still stuck to the cow, then yeah, I would have issues with cutting it open. But it was on its own. So to me, I just associated it as just an object. I couldn't keep in mind that it was part of a cow, you know? Yeah, I put the line at alive. I'll also eat anything as long as it's dead. Like, don't ask me to kill it, but if it's dead, I will take it, I will skin it, and I will empty it, and I will cook it for you. Even if it's cute. I find all animals cute, so I just don't really care what I eat. I can't eat that. It's cute when it's alive. Yeah, but now it's dead. Gimme, I'll cook it for you. Yeah, but Sharon, what if I give you a dog? It's dead. How about a cat? If it's dead? How about a horse? I'm gonna need some help. What if I give you a dead baby chick? Well, that's just wasteful. Should have waited for it to be fully grown, then you'd have more meat. So yeah, needless to say, I am not a vegetarian. I believe the technical term would be I am a monster, because sometimes when I fall on one of PETA's bad meat factory videos, I will get hungry. That's how bad I am. We're almost done. And as far as I know, there wasn't much glitching of the screen. Me, so far, I'm lucky. I don't have, well, as far as I know, any dietary restrictions, so meat substitutes, I can eat pretty much anything. The only thing that will stop me from eating vegan food is if it's not well prepared. If you're a lousy cook, I won't eat your food. It was probably trying to make up for some of the nutrients that vegan food sometimes lacks. Yeah, we definitely need meat. So I was glad to get tacos yesterday because it's been a while since we've had actual beef. We mostly go for chicken. Yeah, because there's some very good vegetarian and vegan recipes. I've had some because my one of my aunts is vegetarian. The mother of my twin brother, actually, and I'm willing to try that. Okay, gonna do one last thing. The usual checky if everything's colored correctly. And as usual, I'm gonna miss some spots. Because that's why Sharon can't have nice thing. Oh, salmon roe is good. I have some most of the time when I order the Red Dragon sushi at the grocery store. Salmon roe's real good. You got good taste. Sound effects signed. Didn't I have a red? There's the emojis, but that's not what I'm looking for. Well, I'll fix that up real quick. The rotation, the scale. And finally the color. Much better. There we go. So this time it took an hour and a half, but I believe we're done. One last overview. No, I didn't color my eyes this time. It's on purpose. Yeah, I believe we're good. We are good for today. And as usual, at the end of the live stream, gonna give special thanks to my patrons Paul K and Coco, even if it's not written here, because she's supporting me during the month of December, and it's immensely appreciated to the both of yous. Every little bit helps, that's for sure. And oh, I forgot my tea. It's probably cold now. Eck, still good. And as usual, I'll see you guys next Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, EDTs, because I go by the time going backy thingy. I'm tired. I'm sleepy. Hope you guys had fun watching me draw. I know I had a lot of fun drawing this, and I'll see you guys next time, and I love you all.